man's gonna make $1 million, and I'm just there to hang out. Say hi.
Don't know how to vlog anymore. You gotta stop meeting like this at 5 a.m. chat. We're going to LA. We're going to AX. See you in LA. So they already mailed us our badges. You had to activate them before you got to the con center. Nobody really checked them in the entrance that we went in, but I'm not sure that we went in an official entrance. So you might actually have to activate them in a real entrance to get into the con center. One of my sticker sheets got torn. Now we're decorating our badges with the ruined sticker sheet. That's me. That's also me. This is me. This is me. Selfish, but I'm not coming back. The highs of your touch like vertigo. It's a fight or flight rush, no way to take it slow. Got me feeling like I could breathe in space. In space. Someday never comes. Road trips and shotguns. Sunshine on my skin. Smile is kicking in. Vibes are in the air. Jumping everywhere. Endless nights. Cause summer's on my mind. It's day one. You're walking.
It's 7 a.m.
No, 6:45 a.m. We're walking to go get coffee right now before we get to the con center.
Do you need the coffee?
About a 20-minute walk from our hotel to the con center. Told me when I originally booked the hotel that the hotel was not on the convention center shuttle route, but I just watched the shuttle leave our hotel. So they lied, and we definitely can take a shuttle from our hotel to the con center, but it's fine. We don't really mind walking. We wanted to get coffee anyway, so we're bringing lunch. We made sandwiches from our grocery trip yesterday. Then once we get to the con center, I still have to unpack most of my inventory and set it up behind the table, but the table itself is all set up and ready to go. Quick update. We entered through exhibitors to try to go downstairs to where Artist Alley is. As soon as we left exhibitors, the hall is filled with smoke.
You can smell it.
You can smell the smoke, and they yelled at us to get out. So we ran back into exhibitors. The South Hall, I think, is on fire, or there's some kind of smoke situation. But when we went back into exhibitors, no one is directing people to leave. There is no alarm. So we're kind of just standing here, kind of stuck in limbo. Seems like people are safe.
Literally, there's no panic going on.
There's no. I don't think the people currently in exhibitors, if they haven't tried to leave, even know that anything is wrong. I think it's a little hard to tell, but it's very smoky and foggy in this room. I don't really know if you can tell from my phone camera, but there are fire trucks outside too.
There's at least 2 or 3 fire trucks outside.
Yeah. This is my full setup. I'm vlogging so fast because Artist Alley is about to open, but I think it looks really cute. Okay, I am gonna fix that sticker sheet, but yay! It has started. Welcome to day one. The hours are 9 to 6.
People are in here.
People are in here.
Attendees are in here.
It's been 2 minutes. I haven't made a sale. I'm crashing out. Really quickly, this is what behind the table is looking like. Barely organized, but these are all my small prints laid out. I have my new summer exclusive tickets in here, my big poster prints, my sticker sheets. These are my 8x10s in here. I have my postcard prints organized in here. My bookmarks are over there.
And overall day one, Anime Expo, we just got it.
Cece's vlogging. These are my die cut stickers with the numbers coordinating with the numbers in my catalog. I have my enamel pins, my badge ribbons, and then over here I have my business cards, my catalog that you should recognize if you've watched some of my other con vlogs, and my helper.
We have about an hour left, day one. I would say it has been pretty slow today. It feels to me personally, being in row I, kind of in the middle, I get small bursts of sales and then like 30 to 40 minute stretches of no sales and then bursts of sales. And that inconsistency has just made it feel a little draining. I know some people like that because you get a break in between and you can sit and eat and talk to your friend and chat and reorganize and stuff.
She doesn't want to chat with me. She's sick of my shit. You spat on me earlier.
I was talking and I accidentally spit. It's not that it's like a bad con or bad sales. It's just much lower than I think the hype everyone hypes this con up to be. But at the same time, I can't complain that I'm here. I'm having a good time with CC. We've seen some friends. Lots of people who said that they watched the vlog have stopped by to say hi. And that's been really nice. And people have been taking ghosts home, which I'm very excited about. So I'm still having a good time. It's been pretty relaxed for attendees who are trying to walk the floor in Artist Alley because everything's very spacious and not crowded. So, you know, you're not going to be sardined here and you can breathe. It was not too warm in here earlier in the day, and then I think around lunchtime it started getting a little warmer. So now
it got more crowded.
Yeah, now I am a little bit warm, but not totally over here. I do recommend bringing a fan. I'm not a personal fan. I have like a battery desk fan, and I recommend one of these. K-pop. Be $21.95. You can tap when you're ready. And would you like to pick a badge ribbon to go with your purchase? I yearn for the urn. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Chat, I have a question.
Do you yearn for the urn?
I yearn for the urn. We love you, Katie Patu. Good morning. It's day 2. Sorry. I was like, is it day 2? It's day 2.
It's day 2.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's currently 8:40. They announced that they're going to open doors at 8:45 instead of 9 a.m. We're ready. We've been here since about 7:15-ish. We walked around. Because there's 900 artists, we can't walk the entire Artist Alley in one morning like we would normally do. So we walked aisles A through H, basically. Yeah. Just everything to like one side of us. Of course, there's a ton of amazing artists here. I gave out badge ribbons. You know, I like to give out little gifts to artists and say hi to people. So I gave out some of my badge ribbons. And we're just going to see how today goes. Today is the 4th, so I'm hopeful that's going to be a good day. I love it.
I'm an artist.
Right now in the lobby of South Hall. I think you can see the escalators that go down to Artist Alley. I'm in the lobby because right now the CO2 levels, according to an artist in Discord, are really high. Some of the artists brought CO2 monitors with them, and it was starting to get a little hard to breathe. I was feeling okay, but CC started feeling a little bit dizzy. We decided that it would be better to start rotating and taking breaks. I don't know if you can see, but the doors behind me in the lobby are actually open to the outside, and it's a lot easier to breathe up here. I'm actually just kind of standing out here for about 5 to 10 minutes to talk a little bit about how today is going. I would say it's a little bit busier than it was yesterday for me, but still not too much better. Yeah, so far it's just been totally fine, and that's okay. But I also know that because of my position in Artist Alley, like my table placement, I'm not having the same experience as some of my are much closer to the entrance. Not seeing the same consistency in foot traffic. Okay, I'm gonna go back downstairs now. Okay, bye. We're still towards the beginning of day 3. Welcome to day 3. Started. I forgot to vlog in the morning. I'm sorry. But hello. We came early. We shopped a little. We shopped a little bit. I did our friend Sonia's stamp rally. And oh no! Honestly, kind of a mood. Hi.
It'll be $4 in cash.
Still kind of slow. Honestly, sales are slower this morning than they were yesterday morning, but it's still pretty early into the day. We are a little concerned in light of the carbon dioxide issue from yesterday. We do plan on taking more breaks.
And I'm gonna fan her.
And I'm gonna fan her. I have this big piece of cardboard to fan each other. Oh god! Oh god! Okay, we have 2 more hours. CC's on a break. I sent her out to get some more air. Definitely a lot more foot traffic today. Sales right now are lower than they were yesterday, which I think is interesting for a Saturday. But overall, I'm in really good spirits. I've had a lot of really nice, kind people visit today, and I've had some people drop off some snacks, which are really nice. Someone just dropped off some onigiri for us, which is super, super sweet. I do want to walk around and do some more shopping, but I think I don't really want to do more exercise and exert more energy than I have to right now, again because of the CO2. I think I'm just going to save it all for tomorrow. Having a lot of fun, seeing a lot of really cool cosplays, a lot of really good ones. Unfortunately, because I'm not walking around too much, I haven't really been able to film too much. That's why my footage looks a little sparse right now. That's probably the reason why, but I am still trying to take as much con footage as I can, so thank you. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. We're back. We came back and we brought Apollo. Yay! The magic.
It's the final countdown. I'm Rockets.
We're in public. I would like to see one more inflatable before we go.
Did we see one yesterday?
We saw an Eevee from a distance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw a flat Kirby.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was weird.
I liked it.
It's too flat. It's supposed to be round.
I liked it a lot.
Spear.
Yeah, but then you're bumping into people. I think if I were Kirby, I'd be flat, but round. The longer we walk, the more we're losing our minds. But the people need to know what we're really like.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they need to know?
We're fun.
We're fun.
I keep pointing out Dandadan every time I see Dandadan, and Cece keeps going.
Da-da-da-da.
And I keep telling her that's too many dans.
Da-da-da-da.
That's 4 dans. It's Dandadan.
Da-da-da-da.
It's about 8 o'clock. So far, nothing about opening early. Cece is off walking around with Apollo. I'm just gonna hang out at my table, I think, because I'm...
Good morning, Artist Alley. It is now 8 o'clock. Please remember to be show ready by 8:30. Good morning, Artist Alley. It is now 8 o'clock. Please remember to be show ready by 8:30.
Oh no, I jinxed it. I was gonna say, I just kind of want to sit here because I am running on 4 hours of sleep. I have canned coffee. Today's hours are 9 to 3. Every other day it's been 9 to 6, so it does end a little bit early. I was kind of looking at all my stuff, realizing that I really did overpack for this con. I'm not really sure I've talked about my inventory, but for my sticker sheets, I think I brought about 50 of each. My best-selling ones, I think I have sold about half of them. Non-best-selling ones, I think I've sold about 10 of each. And then for my prints, I would say this moon print has sold the most at this con. For my square prints, hold on, let me just do a quick count. I've sold just under half of them, and I brought about 50 of them, so just under 25 of them. Maybe that makes me delusional that I brought like 50 of each of my square prints. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that I feel kind of bad that I just brought so much inventory, because I had a lot of people telling me like bring a lot and I just didn't sell a lot. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons that I'm feeling a little bit lower, even though like sales wise I'm doing fine. It just kind of feels bad that I brought so much inventory, and I think I should have trusted my gut more, because my gut was telling me to treat this like any other con and not just bring so much stuff only because it's Anime Expo. But I was also trying to be optimistic. You know, I got my hopes up a little bit, but I was also trying to temper my expectations. I probably could have brought at least 40% less with me, but I am having a lot of fun and I'm really glad that I got in. I'm really thankful for it. And I really do hope to apply next year. I'll be much more well-informed and have a much better idea of the inventory that I should be bringing. I'm so grateful that I've had really good friends here. Oh, I didn't talk about the attendees. The attendees have been freaking awesome, because this is one of my first West Coast cons. I've seen so many attendees who are just really excited that I visited California. I'm gonna get ready because they announced to be show ready at 8:30. I think that I am show ready, but gotta be like mentally ready, you know? I'm not really sure I talked about the stamp rally I was in, but I was in this amazing little ghost themed stamp rally with these amazing ghost creators. Look at them all. And look at our stamp rally card. Seance themed. Incredible. Summoning circle. Cutie. Patooties. Oh my god, wait! Look at that. Wow! You look amazing!
Lonely. I am so lonely.
What am I? Free him.
Me.
Free him.
She didn't make $1 million. Man's gonna make $1 million. I'm so disappointed. That makes two of us.
And then just follow on screen for your receipt. You're all set. Thank you very much. The Ocean's Away ticket? Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh! I saw you earlier and I was like, how are you going to back around? Like, found you.
It's 3:24. I've taken over the vlog. Marianne said we didn't have to rush, and so we didn't. And we're pretty much done breaking down. No one else is done. No one else is done. Just us. Just us two girls ready to go sleep in the bed. Take a nap. Nap? Should we take a nap? Nap? What is sleep? We really took our time. Our record is what, like 15 minutes normally? It's been half an hour. We took double the amount of time.
You said it was 24 minutes.
Yeah, that's basically half an hour.
We got slower with age. We're both over 30 now.
You said we could take our time, so we took our time. It's my vlog now. Marianne did a really great job. She is probably going to talk about how AX was underwhelming compared to what everybody said that it was, and I would in general fully agree that it was not as busy as we thought it was going to be. Today was actually probably what felt like the busiest day. Overall, Marianne still did really well, and I'm proud of her. My wife is really amazing and really talented, and it's my vlog now, and you can't call any of this.
She's running away without me. This girl who complained all day that she was tired is now running away. Look at her go. Bye-bye, AX.
But your parents came in the cul-de-sac, leaned back in a leather-clad seat, darker spirits in your Prada bag. Suburban summer 17 was a roller coaster ride, a manic pixie dream girl right beside
It has been 5 days since I got back from Anime Expo. I took a couple days rest. Now I'm here to film my final thoughts and tell you how the show went overall. First, I want to say Anime Expo overall was a really good experience for me, and yes, I would want to do the show again. Yes, I had a good time, and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of the Artist Alley this year. A big part of my experience was dealing with the hype of Anime Expo. Anime Expo is one of those cons where there's just so much hype surrounding the con. It's the biggest anime con in the country. There's hundreds of thousands of attendees. There's a huge campus for the con, and this year was like absolutely no exception. They made sure that it was the biggest year yet, and part of that this year was expanding Artist Alley to 900 artists. I think in past years it's been like 500 to 600 or something. So when I first got accepted into Anime Expo, nobody knew that they were going to have 900 artists. We just thought it was another regular year with the same number of artists as last year. That was true up until after we had chosen our tables, and then they announced that they were adding more artists to the Artist Alley, and then they had another round of acceptances for hundreds of more artists. A lot of my friends got into the second round of acceptances, and I'm so excited that they got in, but it also kind of sent me into a panic because I was like, wait, this Artist Alley is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. It changes the whole economy of an Artist Alley. It changes the way traffic flows in an Artist Alley, the way foot traffic is. It changes the way money is spread out amongst an Artist Alley. It usually means less sales for everyone. I don't know, but then I just started asking some of my friends and some Artist Alley veterans, like, what do you think? And a lot of them said, you know, Anime Expo is such a big show, you have nothing to worry about, you're gonna make banana bonkers sales, it's gonna be so crazy for you, you're gonna set your own records, you're gonna beat your own records, it's gonna be amazing. And I, at first, was very skeptical about that. Then I really allowed myself to be optimistic. I was like, Marianne, you're such a pessimist all the time, you always think the worst about things, like, maybe just this once. All these veterans are telling you the same thing, it's such a big con. Just pack like you normally would have before they expanded Artist Alley. Like, I had some friends who told me, like, you should be packing 50 to 100 of every print design, and paper is very heavy, paper is very dense, so I was already like, that's a lot, like that's too heavy, like I luggage wise I can't even bring that onto a plane. But I think I let myself get a little too optimistic, and I set my sales goals a little bit too high, and because I really started believing the hype around the show, I ended up feeling underwhelmed and disappointed while I was at the con. And that's not a feeling that I like to have. Every hour I would just go through like 40 minutes of no sales, and I'd be like, what is wrong with me? Is it me? It's my art? No one likes my art? Maybe it's my table display? Like I should have made it more eye-catching. I should have, you know, you start getting in your own head about maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not good enough. In an Artist Alley of 900 people, it feels very competitive, and then I just started feeling so insecure, and then I just started feeling like I was disappointing myself, and then I just started getting anxious and stressed. And so I shouldn't have had those expectations. Like, that's on me. I should have been more realistic. And I also don't want to seem ungrateful for the sales that I have. I just want to stress that, like, I'm very, very grateful. I did fine at this show. I don't have anything to complain about. For me, this was a learning experience about like managing my own expectations and understanding how drastically an Artist Alley can change when you expand it this much. The truth is, I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm winging it half the time. I just felt like I was being inundated with so much advice that this was going to blow my mind. And I just didn't feel like it did in the end. And I couldn't shake the feeling that it was something wrong with me. But the reality is, it had nothing to do with me at all. It was just a huge Artist Alley. But one of the things that I do want to say was an issue I can't really look past is the CO2 levels in the Artist Alley. They got so high, and they really did affect my health and Cece's health. I saw the vlogs from 2023 saying that the CO2 levels were high and that people had passed out. People found it very hard to breathe that year. And then I watched vlogs in 2024 from people who said the situation improved and that it wasn't as crowded and that there was more crowd control and that people breathed a little bit easier. And I was like, okay, it's not gonna be as bad. It's not gonna be as bad. I just didn't really think about it until we were in it, and I was like, oh my god, this was a problem 2 years ago. But we weren't prepared with canned oxygen. I did have a desk fan. We were not one of the lucky tables under an AC, HVAC, vent fan. And so the high CO2 levels over time really did start to affect us. There were times I felt short of breath, and there were times I could tell like my brain just like was not at its best. I was handing people the wrong change. I was taking a long time to form thoughts. My brain was fighting for his life. It's not funny, I'm just laughing to cope. But Cece felt dizzy. She took, I think, more breaks than I did. And I just wish that respiratory problems were not something that I
need to worry about, because I think it will affect my decision if I get in future years whether or not I bring a helper with me. Because truthfully, I don't want to subject anybody, none of my friends or my partner or anybody in my life, to those working conditions. But I also am not sure that it's safe to do this show alone, because I really did need to take a couple of air breaks in another room just to get some oxygen. My suggestion would be don't solo the show, but there's also a really big part of me that says I think that I will solo the show because I don't want to subject somebody to respiratory problems. You know what I mean? I just don't think it should have to be that way. It might not have been for everybody, but it was a problem for our area. I just want to say the attendees of Anime Expo, so cool, so kind, and I feel like people really went all out with their cosplays here. The summer heat was not dissuading anybody from their cosplays. God, everyone just looks so good, especially the hair and makeup. I feel like there's a lot of attention to hair and makeup at this con, and that was very cool to see. And the accessories too. Oh my gosh, there were some really good like hair accessories and attention to accessories out there. Oh, it was so awesome. I got really shy and just didn't ask people enough if I could vlog them, but I should have, because they were so cool. I met some of my patrons, which I'm so happy I met them, because some of them have been long-term patrons, and I also met some long-term followers. I had one person tell me that they've been following me since I painted with gouache. I used to paint with gouache every day, and that was before I even had an iPad. That's like back in 2021. So Sasha, wow, what a throwback. I also met a lot of people who said that they watch my YouTube videos, which is so embarrassing. As you can tell, I'm not articulate. I'm very rambly and awkward and weird. So if you're watching this, thank you. Hi. I never really know what to say other than thank you, but I'm very touched every time somebody says like, I watch your videos or I follow you. It really does mean a lot. Look how old I am. I'm doing the millennial heart for you. But I love you a lot. I'm trying to remember the names of everyone I met. Stargirl and Chris, Tara, Kaylee, Catherine, Katrina, Mary, Rena, said Sasha, Nate, Jessica. I'm not sure if I got other people's names or not, but thank you. Thank you for saying hi to me. It was really nice meeting you. Yay! When I talk about my con experience, like I am trying to paint like a very honest picture of my experience, but like months from now, when I look back at this convention, the interactions that I have with attendees and the memories that I make with my friends are the things that I really remember about a con. I feel like that was a good summary of the con. It didn't live up to my expectations, but was still a great con. CO2, why? The artist alley, a little bit too big, but I'm glad that I had friends in it. And the attendees, 10 out of 10, no notes. Okay, let's talk about expenses. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is a very high expense con. This is the most expenses I've ever spent on a travel con. And I think this is also a really big reason that I was stressed out the entire time. I don't wanna be so focused on money all the time, but the reality is that this is my business and I'm doing this for a living. When you pay a lot of money up front for something, not knowing if you're gonna make money from it, it gets very scary and very dicey. But you don't have to make these same choices as me. There are ways to cut down on these expenses. So first, the table cost. Anime Expo has one of the highest standard artist alley table costs out there. It was a 6-foot table with 2 chairs, and that cost $757. I will say, now that I've done Anime Expo, I think part of the cost might be the Wi-Fi, because I have been to cons where they make vendors pay extra for Wi-Fi through the convention center, and it's usually a couple $100s. You don't have to pay for vendor Wi-Fi here, and the vendor Wi-Fi worked perfectly. The vendor Wi-Fi is free, and it seems like this amazing thing, this amazing deal, but part of me kind of now thinks that we are all being forced to pay for the Wi-Fi in the table cost, because it's just such a high table cost. And there's 900 of us, so that's a lot of money. You know? Anyway, that's the table cost. For the flight, I'm based in New York City if you're new here, and flying from New York City to Los Angeles is already very expensive. Anime Expo takes place over the July 4th weekend every year, so that's a holiday weekend, which means the prices go up. And also, I like to book non-stop flights for travel cons. Non-stop flights from New York to Los Angeles are much more expensive than flights with layovers, but I like to reduce the chances of my luggage getting lost. You know, my flight was really expensive, and I also paid for Cece's flight. She was my helper. The round trip flight non-stop was $956. Very expensive. Again, that was for 2 round trip tickets. And I don't think that I bought the tickets at their lowest. I think that if I had waited maybe 2 more months, they could have been a little bit cheaper. But again, I was trying to make sure that I was gonna get one of the non-stop flights, which were selling out faster than the layover flights. I was also trying to book them out of JFK and not Newark, because all my friends hate Newark. We hate Newark. We don't fly out of Newark. Sorry. Hotel was also kind of expensive. This is probably the part where I could have saved the most money. When you are accepted as an artist for Anime Expo, vendors get the chance to book through the AX hotel blocks, which I did do. When you book through the hotel blocks, you are put in like a little queue. Like you queue up like you would for Ticketmaster buying concert tickets, basically. And based on where you are in the queue, you might have a huge selection of hotels to choose from, and you might have a very small selection based on kind of what's left over. I did not get a great position in the queue for hotel blocks, so I kind of had very limited choices. My priorities for hotels for cons are usually reasonably within walking distance. That usually means a 20-minute walk or less. It has to be in a safe area, again, especially if we are walking. In any case, the hotel that I booked was a Sheraton Grand. It was a great hotel, a very nice hotel, probably nicer than anything I would have booked on my own. So after fees, the hotel ended up being $1,375. I learned after the fact that I probably didn't have to book through the hotel block. I probably just could have gotten something a little bit farther out and Ubered in. But this being my first AX, now I know for next time, I would probably try to stay with friends, solo the con, get a cheaper hotel. I would probably try next time if I were to do this again to reduce the hotel cost more than anything else. Okay, so for food, we paid $614 for food, and then Ubers are not cheap. The main Uber expense for me was Ubering from Brooklyn to JFK. It's usually about $100 for me each way to get to JFK. Hate that for me, but that is my life. Ubers were just under $300. So all in all, I spent just under $4K in expenses. Listen, I'm telling you, you do not have to spend $4K on this trip, but also if this is a travel con for you, it's not gonna be a cheap trip. Just be prepared for expenses, that's all. Okay, now let's talk about sales. So I'm not gonna tell you my exact profit numbers. I did that for my first 2 con vlogs and people left me weird comments about it. So if you can't be normal about it, then I'm not going to share those numbers with you. I will share them with my patrons, so if you join my Patreon, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth about my numbers, but I will talk to you about sale patterns just to give you a little bit better idea of what I saw going on. So for total sales, total transactions, I had 580 sales across the 4 days. 580 sales is a bleep ton of sales. I just went in with unreasonable expectations, and that's my own fault. In terms of which days of the week were best for me, this was kind of interesting. I saw different artists say different things in Discord. So for me, my best day was Friday, day 2, and then Saturday, day 3, then Sunday, day 4, and then my worst day for sales was day 1, the Thursday. I saw artists say that their Thursday was the best day. I saw a lot of artists say Saturday was their best day. What I saw in terms of traffic patterns was that Thursday felt the slowest in terms of foot traffic for my aisle. Saturday felt the busiest in terms of foot traffic for my aisle. Friday, I still made more sales, but all the sales kind of felt concentrated around like a certain time, kind of around like right after lunchtime is where I got the majority of my sales, and the rest of the day felt super slow. So it didn't feel consistent throughout the day. Sunday, I felt like I was getting more sales per hour. Like it felt like I was getting more sales consistently throughout the day. So overall, Sunday felt like my busiest day, but it wasn't the best in terms of total sales throughout the day, if that makes sense. I also noticed that on Sunday, I was mostly making sales from the Sunday only badges. The rest of the days, I felt like a lot of my sales were coming from people holding 4-day badges for the most part. So that was kind of interesting. I usually do look to see what badges people are wearing, because sometimes people are like, I'm gonna come back. Like, I'm just looking for now and then I'll come back. And then I check to see what attendee badge they're wearing, like if they're wearing a 4-day badge or if it's a 1-day badge, because then I make a note in my head like, oh, maybe I'll see them later today. Or I'll make a note in my head like, oh, maybe I'll see them like on the last day. Anyway, Friday was my best day, Thursday was my worst. And it wasn't like worse by a significant amount, right? Not by a significant amount. Okay, and then in terms of cash versus card, overall, just over a third of my transactions were cash. However, by day 2, at least half of my transactions on between days 1 and 2 were cash. There was a lot of cash being thrown at me on days 1 and 2, so much so that I was running out of singles on day 2, and I was like, oh my god, I did not bring enough small bills with me. After day 2, like for days 3 and 4, usually at that point, people's like cash reserves have run out, and then they'll be like, okay, now I have to put stuff on my credit card. So after that, I started seeing the card sales go up a lot more on Saturday and Sunday. But for a while there, I was like, oh my god, this is a very cash heavy con. So if you do Anime Expo, just be prepared with cash right from the get-go, people are ready to go with cash. My expenses did not include my manufacturing expenses. I had a lot of prints printed for this show, and I had a lot of stickers made for this show. And as I mentioned before, because I had such high expectations for sales, I think I got a lot more prints printed than I needed to, and a lot more stickers printed than I needed to. It's not a waste though. I have an online shop, which is the primary reason why I don't count manufacturing expenses to my con expenses, because anything I don't sell at a con can go into my online shop. I also have a lot of other summer cons coming up, so anything I didn't sell at AX is coming with me to SDCC or Otakon or Anime NYC or all three. So if you look behind me, I'm actually in the middle of testing a setup for SDCC right now. That's my next con. I've never been to San Diego. I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con as an attendee or as a vendor. This is gonna be my first year. So if you want to come with me on that adventure, it's my first solo travel con. So if you want to experience that with me, it would be really cool if you subscribe to my channel. I think I'm pretty close to 2K subs now, which would be a lot for me. Again, I just want to say, if you visited me at Anime Expo, I can't tell you how grateful I am. I take those interactions with me. It makes what I do so fulfilling. It really does mean the world to me that you take time out of your day, especially at a con like Anime Expo, where it feels like every minute counts because you have so far to walk and so much to see. But if you took a few minutes out of your day to spend time at my table, that really means a lot to me, so thank you. And if you took a ghost home, my ghosts are very lucky to have a home with you, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching my vlog. I hope it was a lot of fun. You can go watch my friend Apollo's vlog. She made her YouTube debut. Very exciting. She's my fish queen, and she does a great job of articulating all the same thoughts and feelings I had about Anime Expo, but she's so well spoken about it. Unlike me, I'm just like a rambling mess. And then if you want to see Cece's perspective and what it was like to be my helper, and if you just want to see more of our little shenanigans, you can check out her vlog. I promise you we really did have a good time, but also you can see what it was like for her, because I know that she had a really hard time like physically being in the artist alley because of the CO2 levels, and she talks about that a lot, and I think it's really insightful, whether you're an attendee or another vendor or you're just curious. So please go watch her vlog on that, and thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I have a Patreon. You can also just support me on social media. Following me on there is free. Big hearts, little hearts. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Oh my god, I'm so bad at vlogging. Thank you for being here. Mwah. We don't have to drink water normally because there's water vapor in the air.
Yeah.
But what about LA?
Too dry. No water in the air. Don't walk into the pool.